Tori Petry out here at Detroit Lions training camp presented by Rocket Mortgage, and I am joined by NFL Network's Tom Pelissero. Tom, last year you were here at training camp. You hopped on our podcast. We're doing a video this time, but let me ask you, what do you feel like is different about the Lions this year compared to when you were here last year?
I'd say the biggest thing is just the talent level, and I think that comes with Bob Quinn having another year under his belt, Matt Patricia heading into year two. Not only a more talented team, but a team that's got guys that really fit the culture of they want to build. I mean, of what they want to build. You know, when Matt Patricia's your coach, they're going to want to stop the run. That's where it all starts, is being able to set the edge in the run game, make people beat you in other ways. Well, all of a sudden you look in their front seven, and you've got Trey Flowers, who I know is not out here yet, but you have Mike Daniels, you have Snacks Harrison, who's here. You got guys like Ashawn Robinson. They got some other young players that they're excited about. That's where it all begins for them. There's no question they got talent on offense. You have Matthew Stafford as your quarterback. You're going to have an opportunity every week to win a game. But the way that they are built now in that front seven, I think, says a lot about the direction they want things to go.
All right, we saw that defense improve through the season last year, just in Matt Patricia's first year. But now they're going into their second year. Like you said, a lot of talent. How much better do you think this Lions defense could be this year?
If they're as good as they were, especially against the run the second half of last season, they're going to be one of the better defenses, certainly in the NFC, if not the entire NFL. The biggest questions on the team is probably just on the back end. Who's the second corner opposite Darius Slay, another guy who's not yet participating out here. At safety, of course, you've had some changes at that position too. So there's some things that they've got to sort out. But, you know, again, with Patricia getting the type of guys who he thinks fits the program, and the fact that there are now guys like Mike Daniels who get cut, you can go anywhere in the league and you want to come to Detroit. That says, I mean, these guys get the feeling that they could be building something really good here. And Mike Daniels, I don't want to sell him short here because I know Mike consumes plenty of media via Twitter and otherwise, but he's not just a run stopper. I mean, he can rush the passer too. They've got some pretty good players up front there.
How much do you think the presence of Daniels, he's a late season add here, you know, the Lions just add him as training camp begins. How much do you think he could impact the defense this year?
Have you met Mike?
A little bit, yes.
Mike is a very entertaining guy. He's got a lot of personality, and he's still a really good player as a veteran right now. So, absolutely. You know, it'll be interesting to see when you've got that many talented players. I should mention Deshaun Hand in that mix, too. All the guys they can roll through there. If you can suddenly have four guys on the interior who you can rotate and keep fresh throughout the course of the game, that's a lot better than having a guy play 60, 70, 80 snaps, especially a player who might be on the wrong side of age 30. So, the fact that they've got that depth, I think, only makes them better.
We've talked a lot about defense. Let's switch to the offense real quick before we let you go. Darrell Bevell's leading up that offense this year. How do you think it changes with him at the helm?
Well, I've covered Bev for a long time, going back to his days in Minnesota, and you saw the track record of what he wanted to do in Seattle. They're going to want to run the football, of course, you know, being smart in terms of the passing game, but he's got some weapons here right now, and he knows that. You know, Kerryon Johnson will be interesting to see because we've seen it even out here in this practice. The guy can catch in addition to running the football. Of course, C.J. Anderson brings a different element to the mix. You know, with guys like Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones, and now with the two tight ends as well, that sets you up because T.J. Hawkinson's a guy who scouts looked at coming out in the draft as a do-everything Y, meaning you can play him, you can detach him, you can have him in line, you can have him as an F movement guy in the backfield. He can block a little bit, and he can catch the ball, and so can Jesse James. So that opens up a lot of different things that you're able to do. It sounds like the working relationship so far between Darrell Bevell and Matthew Stafford has been really positive as well. I mean, one thing you know about Darrell Bevell, he is even-keeled. He is going to be the same guy all the time. He is calm. That can have a positive influence. It's a different type of style than maybe you get from other coaches, and certainly I think you're going to see the offense take on not just his personality, but Matt Patricia's the head coach. It'll take on his personality as well.
Tom, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your time on DetroitLions.com. As always, enjoy the rest of camp.
Happy to do it, Tori. Thank you.
For DetroitLions.com, I'm Tori Petry.